Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy New Year's Day. It's Daryl here. It's 3 hours and 28 minutes into the blessed new year of 2023 here in Connecticut on the East Coast. All right, today it's going to be kind of a stream of consciousness video. Every day when I wake up, I go through all the news stories. I go through about a good 50. There's 3 different apps I go through. I look at the top 20 things trending. I go to TMZ. And then I go to Flipboard. And there's at least 50 to 70 or 80 stories that I look through. And by the time I get to the end of that, I got a good idea of what's on my mind, what I want to talk about, what I think you guys might be interested in. Today's a little weird. Today, there's like about three things I really want to talk about. Gut instinct, gut feeling. I just turned down $3,000 because of a gut feeling. Seriously, I'll try to put the image up on my thumbnail. I might use a picture of John Griever. I'll get to him in a second. My predictions, gut feelings for 2023, and my thoughts on New Year's too. All right, let me start at the very beginning here. I've been clean and sober for 16 years, and last night I wake up throughout the night. I hate to say this, it's embarrassing, but I probably fell asleep around 7 or 8 p.m. last night reading. I wake up through the night. I've told you guys, people in recovery a lot of times have a hard time getting their normal sleep patterns back, and I am definitely that person. For some reason, this is the truth, I wake up every 60 minutes on the dot. I sleep for 1 hour increments throughout the entire night. Swear to God. Why? I have no idea. And it's been like this for over 16 years. Anyway, I wake up last night and I hear fireworks. This is at 8:30 here. So it's a good 3.5 hours before New Year's. And it just goes on and on. I mean, we're talking thousands of dollars worth of fireworks, big fireworks. I could hear them here. And I hear people racing around outside. I hear somebody doing donuts out in the parking lot. And I got to say this, man. People ask me, back before I got clean and sober, I thought the drinking would be the thing I missed the most. I got to tell you guys, I swear on my heart, I do not miss it one bit. When I look at the stuff that was, when I hear and the stuff that was going on last night, I mean, it's sad. I feel sad. I really do. I think of these guys. It was about 50 degrees here last night and pouring rain. So somebody spent thousands of dollars, on booze, on fireworks. I don't know how many people are at this gathering or whatever, but to stand out in the cold drizzle and rain. And how do fireworks go off in pouring rain? Do they even do anything? And I'm thinking about what's going on outside, and it's so stupid and ridiculous in the amount of money. And then the hangover tomorrow, which inevitably comes. Nobody's going to tell me they don't. Well, I'm sure I'm going to have somebody say, I don't get hangovers. I've been drinking for 50 years and I never got a hangover in my life because I eat blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it just looks sad to me. Since I've been clean and sober, this is what, I'll tell you guys the truth, what goes through my head. I picture everybody stuffing their faces with all this food and this high calorie stuff, clogging your arteries. I'm not going to lecture here, don't worry. And the alcohol and all that. And then I think, what I'm doing. I'm falling asleep early and getting up to work out. And it just makes me feel like I'm making the better choice. It really does. I feel like it's going to put me farther ahead in the long run. This is how I've justified. When I first started the first year, this is what I used to not feel like I was missing out on drinking. And it's just gotten stronger every year. Yeah, I just, like last night, I listened to these fireworks and people doing donuts out there and all this other nonsense. And I'm so thankful, that I know it's only one night a year. But then I thought about it too, and it's like the biggest peer pressure night of the year. I thought about other holidays, like say the 4th of July or Christmas. Why do we do ridiculous things on those days? Fireworks on the 4th of July. Or why do we cut down a tree in the forest and put it into our living room on Christmas? Those seem kind of ridiculous, but it's because of good memories. It's because of the memories we had throughout our entire life. Fond memories of love and giving and generosity and happiness and warmth and goodwill to men and all that other stuff. That's why we do it, to recapture those memories. But why do people drink? Why do people drink on New Year's? It's really just, it's dangerous. I don't know how many New Year's out of the 40 New Year's that I drank, how many of them that I got into altercations, inevitably, sometime during the night, or an argument with my girlfriend that the night ended up terrible. Not to mention the hangover. Why do we do this to ourselves every year? Just because everybody else does. To celebrate the end of another New Year, so I'm going to make myself feel as miserable as possible for the beginning of the next year. It's really ridiculous when we get down. And when you think about it, it's pointless. It's not only pointless, it's detrimental, really, to the happiness and your goals and the whole point of everything. But hey, I'm not one to lecture. All right, let me move on to this. I had a gut instinct lately. I'll put this either on my thumbnail or on my community page. I got an offer. I don't know who this guy is. He's all dressed up in a tie. I got an email from Houston, Texas. Remember, I live in Connecticut now. He says that his wife likes my paintings, and their anniversary was coming up. So he wants to buy one of my paintings. And then he says, well, for this, I have between $1,500 and $3,000 to spend on this. And then he asks if a personal check will be okay. And that was it. At first, I jumped right on. I texted him back. I thought about it. Yeah, it's a chance to sell some of my artwork. And when I saw my paintings, I've sold my first painting I sold for $400. I've sold them up for about $800. I consider myself professional, but I consider myself an amateur professional. And to be honest, my paintings in my level, my area, would probably go between $400 to $1,500. I would say generously. So this was a huge, generous offer. I'll get right to the bottom of it. I ended up refusing it. I ignored it. At first, I emailed him back, and I sent him a few pictures, and I told him outright the prices. I was like, if his wife has seen my paintings, she must have seen the prices along with them, for maybe the $800, the price right underneath. So why is this guy offering me $3,000 for paintings? And the more I thought about it, it was a gut feeling. I felt like a mouse in front of cheese in a trap. I did, and I don't know if I was right or wrong. I have no idea. I might have just passed up $3,000, and a chance, who knows, this guy might own an art gallery. But I don't think so. This was a gut feeling I had. And the more I just let that gut feeling sink in, the more I just said, this isn't right. I checked my whole Facebook friends, all my Facebook friends, this guy's not on there. I think I Googled him, and I couldn't find anybody by this name. I'm not sure if I Googled him or not. This was a couple of months back, and I just turned it down. I stopped contact with this guy. There was something about people. He appeared wealthy. The suit. It's an anniversary, so he's offering some amateur artist up in Connecticut, a lot of money. $3,000 for an professional amateur painting. It's a lot of money. Did he want more than one painting? Maybe. The more I thought about it, every other offer out of the dozens of email offers that I got for my paintings, not one of them in the first contact ever brought up prices. I don't know why, but that's every time I got contacted, email. And that kind of made me uncomfortable because then I had to tell them the prices. But this is the first time somebody just came right out and said, hey, I got $3,000 I want to give you. What are you going to give me for it? And something about that just set off alarms, and I went with my gut instinct on this. This is one thing I've learned in my coming up on 57 years on this earth is go with your gut instinct. So this is what I did. All right. Let me know what you think. I'll put it up on my thumbnail. I see I'm running along already. All right, my predictions, my gut instincts, 3 predictions for 2023. I love Bob Newhart. Don't get me wrong, but I saw a picture of him the other day, and I thought this guy's going to pass. I don't mean to sound harsh. I don't mean to say, but I just had this gut instinct that we might lose Bob. Like I said, I still watch Bob Newhart, and Newhart, the two shows, every day in reruns. I swear to God I do. You know, I don't want to see this happen, but I had this gut instinct when I saw his picture. I saw him talking about Newhart, and he's in his 90s. I was like, he's you know, his days are not, you know, he's not long for this earth. That's the gut feeling I got. So I'm gonna go with it. Here's the second one. This is, I swear to God, this is a gut feeling. Trump is gonna move to Russia. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? I said, but if this happens, I'm gonna be the new what was that guy's name? The seer, the Russian seer, Nostradamus. I'll be the new Nostradamus. I got this feeling. Trump is gonna move to Russia. I thought about it. Russia's cold, and you know, Trump obviously with the orange tan in Florida, he loves the warmth. But I got this gut feeling. And then the third one I got is Elon Musk is gonna go to jail. Now, Donald Trump won't go to jail, but he'll move to Russia. Elon Musk will go to jail. For what? I don't know, but I just had this gut feeling. He's going to jail. Those are my 3 predictions. All right, now, I want to move on to one last thing. I see him running along out of time. There's a YouTube, I forgot to mention this in yesterday's video, when I talked about Omegas. There's this one YouTube channel. I'll put the link down below. And this guy only gets like one. He did a video last night for New Year's. And I swear to God, I like this guy. He's got maybe 40 subscribers, if that, maybe 12. I don't know. He gets one view. Last night, he got 4 views, I think, counting mine. And I don't know why, but this guy keeps popping up. John Griever. The Diary of a Griever named John Weaver is the name of his YouTube channel. And I commented on his New Year's Eve 4 view video that I want to feature him on my channel. Some people call me like a bully, or like for picking on Nick Fuentes and my attitude towards some things. And this is my response. I would rather hang out with this guy. I swear to God, this guy reminds me a lot of who I might have been if my father didn't pass away. So I told you guys, once my father passed away, we moved to the bad side of town. I got in a lot of altercations. I grew a foot. I lost 90 pounds. I gained muscle, and I turned into a completely different person. I also started using, and this guy reminds me of who I might have been. I like him. I honestly like him. I watched the video last night. He's talking about fireworks. He's talking about fireworks, just like me, on New Year's Eve, and I told you guys I had an offer to do the Kill Stream with Ethan Ralph. And I would sooner go on this guy. I would sooner go on this guy's 4 view video and do a video with him than I would with Ethan Ralph. Or even if I got say this would never happen, but say Tucker Carlson or Nick Fuentes. Those are my choices. Being friends with those guys. Or with John Griever. I would much rather pal around with John Griever. He seems like a good dude. He seems lonely, and I want to reach out to this dude. He's not lonely, but just, I don't know. I like him. I'll talk more about him in an upcoming video. I can see I'm coming up on almost 14 minutes, and it's going to take forever for me to download this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll put the links and the pictures up. And I will be back later. I swear to God, I will be back later today with another video. A John Griever, a Griever named John Weaver video. You guys have a good New Year's.